Hello everyone.
I'm Whitney.
My name is Raja.
I'm Karen.
I'm Sun Kit.
I'm Jigyong.
My name is Evelyn Chan.
I'm the founder of Miracle.
LCP of LCUTM term 2003 and 2004.
VPM for LCPM back in year 0809.
Fassi for MYC 2010.
Chairperson of NYC
2011.
2010.
Miracle was initiated because of our friend Jason and Vivian come back from United Nations Development Program in Poland.
The first exchange project in Malaysia.
Focus on Miracle last time was recycle. We are focusing more on environment program actually. So one of the issue was recycle that we see is an issue that needs to be addressed with the student in Malaysia. I think the most memorable moment was the first time we met our trainee for the first Miracle. So when we see the first trainee arrive in the airport, and that when it stuck in our mind that this is happening and this is right now, so that's why we have to do our best. My biggest sense of achievement is when we developed the Miracle Youth Conference, right? So when we see like 200 to 300 people come to UPM to meet our trainee, to involve themselves with the Isaacs in UPM, that's where I feel that the achievement is there, because we feel that the issue really able to connect people through Miracle.
MIC is so unique that it brings a lot of people together in a way in the same objective that you're working for.
Probably the biggest achievement would be when having the presence of the Ministry of Youth and Sport involved with our project, and having Dato' Ong Tee Kiat himself helping out with our project. He's not just a mere figure, he was actually helping us out with a lot of things, documentation, everything, giving us guidance. So that's coming in from the top. So I think that's a big achievement.
I think one of the highlight of the Miracle in my year was the Agri Day, whereby we bring all the delegates to reach out to the external to create the CSR issue, to let them know about the awareness, and I really see a lot of change and positive impacts in terms of our own members as well as the external as well.
And it's great that through MYC I can create the impact to people. And also it's the first time that I experienced in Isaac engaging with people from 14 years old to 18 years old, and I think that it's great.
I have got to say, facilitating for the Miracle Youth Conference was actually one of the best time ever among all those conferences, because it's a youth conference organized in an Isaac way, so it's a non-Isaac conference organized in an Isaac way.
Not an Isaac conference. So basically you take this concept and let a lot of pupils actually experience this way of conference.
There were a lot of two-way learning. So I was very prepared to share my experiences during the conference, but little did I know that I actually learned a lot from the delegates as well.
My experience in for facilitating the conference itself really opened up my eyes to see how this conference has impacted people in terms of raising the awareness, and also on the other side, it has also raised a huge, quite substantial awareness among the high school students about the existence of Isaac.
You actually have the opportunity to reach out to such a young crowd, and being so young, you help them to mold their behavior, especially in terms of being more environmental conscious, and at the same time, to everyone that is involved in MYC itself, we indirectly also mold our own behavior.
I would say it's the time when the delegates at the end of the conference, they come and share with us that what they will be doing. For example, at home they will shower, instead of showering for 20 minutes a day, they will shower for 5 minutes a day. I think that is very touching and inspiring. Coming from the mouth of secondary school students of 15 years old, 16 years old.
We didn't want the impact to be only during the conference itself, so we thought a lot about how to carry that kind of spirit after MYC 2010. So the most memorable experience that I had was actually after the conference, like 2 to 3 years after the conference, I actually see some of the delegates who joined Isaac and are currently applying for leadership roles, seeing their personal development. That was most inspiring.
And also to the delegates that they joined during the conference, they are now in ISAC, and some of them even holding positions of LCPs and VP, and I think it's great, of the impact the conference they have created, to myself and also to other people.
The most memorable moment to me was probably not during the conference, it was actually post-conference when we had actually a huge group of delegates from one particular school. I would just say that the school is actually SMK CPU, coming back to the facilitating team to create something.
I think what I remember most is unfortunately not the delegates but the FASIs itself, because it was such a great team, and even now we keep in touch, and I know what is going on with the other people.
Especially for friendship that I've garnered. To be honest, now I'm still in touch with quite a number of interns from all the world. And also for my FASI team, nowadays we see each other as closer friends. And we still catch up once in a while.
Every time I think of Miracle, it reminds me of the friendship that I formed with my fellow FASIs and also my fellow FASIs team, which comprises mostly of UPMers that I previously did not manage to get to know them during my ISAC term. And till now, we are still good friends, so I think it's something that means a lot to me.
And one moment that I still remember and I'm glad for it was my farewell party, when I was really impressed about how people embraced me at the end of all this internship.
As I was my first FASI experience ever, so that was very challenging. And as well, I was with another FASI responsible for the plenary sessions, and basically until 2 days before the conference we didn't really have a concept. But the great thing is somehow it worked out, and we in the end had a really great concept, and I think that's one of my learning experiences.
It's the first time I'm facilitating, so it's indeed very challenging. In fact, my teammates cannot make it, so my teammates that will be doing the sessions with me cannot make it. So it's actually quite messed up, at first, but I would like to thank my team, the chair, my team for helping me to pull me through that time.
Definitely trying to keep up with the energy level of the delegates is the most challenging part, because they are so young, they're so enthusiastic, they have a lot of questions, they have a lot of energy, and to keep up with them for the entire 5 days, that was the most challenging part for me.
Miracle for me helped me to brush up my skill, personal skill, because I'm the chairperson of the Miracle. I'm more on the communication, presentation, develop program. So it's helped me in terms to be who I am right now, where I have to strategize my business planning and everything.
It changes me in the sense that I do not expect myself to be able to facilitate, but in the end, I actually realized that, well, I can actually facilitate.
NYC 2010 was, in a way, a very big turning point for me in terms of the facilitating scene. But it was through NYC 2010 that actually inspired me to keep onto this path in terms of training and facilitating, because I find that the sense of achievement is very great from having to inspire so many people, and in a different way compared to what I normally do in ISAC.
Miracle in one word, I guess would be amazing.
Challenging.
Change.
For the current team, I hope you guys do Miracle very well. Try to think out of the box, don't just follow from what the previous Miracle have done. If possible, right, create a new topic, and at the same time engage more people in Miracle, from internal and also external, so you got better and widened exposure.
This is your term, so do something that you passion, do something that you love instead of what we left for you. Whatever we left is our term, so do something that you really like.
You're going to face many challenges. It's going to seem impossible sometimes, but I hope that you keep pushing on, because your reward will come when you are able to witness the impact that you've created. So don't ever give up and keep moving on.
Try not to go over out of control and stuff like that. Be very patient to see what you want to achieve. I think that's number one. Secondly, I would say probably try not to lose hope. Try to really hold on to what motivates you to do that thing. So try not to lose focus. Understand the reasons why you really want to do it in the
MIC is one of the best projects. So you guys, please keep high quality, and please make the value of the additional value of the MIC you can do. I always support your project.
I hope that the Miracle family will grow as the day goes by and further expand this project.
I want to wish you all good luck, all the best in your future as well.
You know, conferences for Miracle has to be go on for the next 20, 30, 100 years.
All the best, Miracle OC. I'm sure you guys can do it.
Keep the spirit on. After 10 years, I'm seeing another 100 years, 200 years.
Happy 10 years anniversary, Miracle!
Yeah!